gray. Oh, look at that. Look, we're normal human flesh colored and not gray. We've got an issue with the webcam that, like, we turn on the web computer and then the webcam comes up and we're incredibly gray. Let me tell you, I'll in fact show you what we look like. So what that was me and Heather going through and checking every single angle and making sure the camera was set up correctly, because the whoops, that's
the positioning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we ended up looking like we were,
this, like kind of dark. I'm not sure why. All the lights are on.
There's so many lights on in here.
Unless there's like mysterious hidden lights that they haven't told us about.
I mean, there's already so many light switches to turn on when you get into this office.
Yeah, okay.
So.
It's okay. We look normal now.
Yeah, Failey, I have not watched Dirty Computer yet, but I intend to. I just haven't had a lot of time in the past 3 weeks. It's been a busy 3 weeks. Because we're killing time because they go live. So this has been my last 3 weeks. Graham is away at PAX. Graham comes back from PAX and he is very sick. I stay home to help take care of Graham and Penelope and miss a bunch of work. Then we do the pre-release. Then I'm like, finally I can catch up. I get food poisoning. Graham also gets food poisoning. I miss a bunch of work again. I barely recover and manage to get like the script for Commodore Hustle written by doing it very late at night, like after I've on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, essentially, because it's like the first time I've had energy to write it, even though I should have been writing it. But I was taking care of Graham, and then we did the pre-release, and then I got food poisoning and couldn't do anything.
My last 3 weeks are kind of similar to yours.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Right.
And then we did Loading Ready Live. And then I was like, finally. And then I was like, so by the way, I know you've been like super sick and busy for the last 2 weeks, but you need to have the Friday night script ready because we're filming it on Tuesday to go up on Thursday. So I wrote it on Sunday night, very late, between the hours of 10 p.m. and 1 a.m., and then had to revise it the next couple days and stuff like that. And then we filmed Friday nights, and then we launched the panelists. So, and then Paul sent out the spreadsheet for Dominaria card nicknames, and I was like, no! I'm done being funny for now.
Need some recovery time. Like not recovering from sick time, like just having normal, fun, regular time. Yeah, I've had similar, because I was at PAX East.
Yeah.
And then I got sick.
Yeah.
And then there was the pre-release, which I did that video content.
Yeah.
And I had other work to do on top of that.
Yeah, because you were away all week.
And then we had live, which was really tiring, even though we had stuff done beforehand. And I'm still working on mail time, which I wanted done sooner, but, other videos had to be done. And I don't... streaming every day
is very hard.
It's really hard when you're sick.
Yeah.
And it's really hard when you haven't had, just kind of a normal day off in a long time. And it's just I'm so out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of my streams have been cut back to an hour because it's just no, I'm just gonna play some Stardew Valley. Cool. Bye.
Yeah. I've lost probably 4 days of work in the last 2 weeks, which for me is catastrophic. Because, those are, it's not the days that I'm doing this. It's the days that I'm writing and editing and getting stuff done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm super behind on editing the panelists. I thought I would have, because we batch filmed them, because it's, a big setup. So I thought I'd have, 4 episodes edited by now, and I've had 1. Which I finished the day it was going live. So that was
But at least stressful. The recording's done.
The recording's
that's
done.
Something. We don't have to get people together. That's always a rough thing, too.
Yeah. But we finished our second recording session last night for all you panelists fans. It goes up Thursdays on YouTube. Probably not so late in the afternoon, but like I said, I've had some extenuating circumstances this week. And then just TXE2, does Lur get food poisoning fairly often? Graham and I don't know what gave us.
There are 12 of us, so the odds of us getting food poisoning often is higher.
I've had food poisoning twice in 1 year, which is unheard of because I've had it once before in my life. But I eat a lot of salad now, and salad is very bad for giving you food poisoning. Like, if I'm traveling...
I mean, there is that E. coli warning on romaine lettuce right now.
Well, I didn't buy any romaine lettuce when Graham and I got food poisoning. We traced it. We figured it might either be bad tomatoes or bad cheese. So I threw out the cheese that we were eating. But I just don't know. Yeah. And then the other time I got food poisoning, which was much more minor this year. This was horrible. This was like... This is like... the second worst food poisoning I've ever had. The first worst food poisoning I got from bad shrimp in Thai soup.
Oh, no.
That was like,
no.
I was off work for a week.
No.
It was so bad, Heather. It was so bad. But yeah, this was horrible. And then the other one, I got like a touch of it from like eating some slimy lettuce.
I don't even like shrimp in the first place. So the idea of getting like food poisoning off of shrimp and having that come up is just like, ugh. I worked at a pizza place, and we offered shrimp as a topping, which not many people actually ordered, but we hated it when people did because it leaves a smell in the kitchen forever off one order.
Yeah. And no, I don't eat a lot of restaurant food. But, like, that's the thing. Like, when we were on the road for Tabletop Deathmatch, I do love a salad. But I refuse to eat salads at a restaurant the entire time we were on the road. Because it is salads because it just takes one little like missed hand touch and they're so easy to be cross-contaminated that I was like not willing to risk it, and we're doing a 3-week long road shoot.
Yeah, you don't get sick on the road.
No, because if I had gone down with food poisoning, our whole schedule would have been screwed. So I was like, no salad for me.
Well, while we were
had to eat pancakes and junk food.
Oh no, the horror. Pancakes. Actually, pancakes do suck after like 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Everything sucks after like 3 straight weeks.
Oh, yeah, I was so happy to get home.
But you know what doesn't suck?
Our subs!
Yeah!
All right, so Phoenix Mellier has subscribed for 48 months in a row saying, make way for Kiss. What a good joke. Gallium71 has subscribed for 46 months in a row saying, well done on the panelists. It's great. Thank you. It's not just me. It's a group effort. Nolly3 subscribed for 9 months in a row saying, just swing by to say I love the panelists. Looking forward to seeing more. And Knight of St. Traft has subscribed for 3 months in a row.
Yay.
So yay.
I'm glad people really like the panelists, because the last feedback we got on stuff was horrifying, so I'm glad they like the new thing.
It was a very positive day for all things. Nobody complained about Friday nights yesterday either, which is like a couple people, but that's so nice. Rare.
Yeah, I've been watching the comments that show up on Magic videos, and I'm just like, why does anyone read these?
I read them because I hate myself. So yeah, but the Friday nights turned out well. Panelist is good. Panelist is people are like, oh, Kathleen, you're doing such a good job. Obviously, I am the host and I edit it, but it's everybody's contributions and funniness and natural chemistry that makes that show great, not just me. In fact, I probably contribute the least to each episode because I'm just there to like say the question and be slightly rude, though. All right,
slightly rude, Kathleen.
Yeah. All right, so let's play this game.
Let's find some boys to kiss.
Yeah. Oh wait, take us to
It's this one.
Yeah.
This corner?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Okay. The iPad was playing up a bit, so I'm going to move it very gingerly.
Okay, and I want to bring the music in slowly, because sometimes the iPad music is loud.
Super loud.
That seems fine. Let me know if it's too loud, Chad. I'll turn it down.
All right. Okay, story.
Too quiet.
All right, so when we last left our hero, we had tracked down our missing card.
Oh, that's right. The guards had been dressed up like a deer and a rabbit and told to run through.
Yeah, and we saw a mysterious door to probably a different game entirely that we opted not to take.
And we found Goat Ghost.
Yeah, we found the ghost of the king, or the count.
The count who was murdered, and that's the mystery we're supposed to be solving.
Yes. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm heavy-lidded with exhaustion as the guard, imposing even in costume, leads me to the bathing chambers. The gentle herbal steam rising from the bath water renews me. I don't notice it when Portia arrives.
Oh, this was me.
Yes.
Good evening, Elliot. I brought you an outfit. Your other one will have to be specially treated.
The clothes are deep orange, purple, and pink. Their elegant patterns make my mind wander. They are crafted of thicker silk, fluid weight hanging about my ankles and elbows. As I dress, Portia lingers in the doorway, picking at her fingernails and chatting to me.
What a runaround we sent you on today, and you barely broke a sweat. Everyone's talking about it.
I would not describe it as I barely broke a sweat.
I heard you caught your mark on the stairs to the southern wing, right? Not a bad hiding spot. Most people won't go anywhere near those stairs. Even I get a weird feeling around there.
She peeks at me sidelong, beaming when she sees that I'm clothed and ready.
You look just lovely. Shall we?
She places a hand on my back and leads me briskly towards the dining hall and the faint echoes of music. So, I just had a thought. A lot of people are like, why do you guys always get mixed up? As like, it says, sometimes I will read your line, and then sometimes you are like, wait.
Because there's no image.
Well, and sometimes it does something like this where we see Portia, but this is not Portia speaking. So the visual cues are not consistent.
Yes, that also is a thing that happens.
I mean, I don't know particularly how to fix that in dating games for our purpose, but it's just like, all right. The grand doors swing open as we arrive to reveal an expansive feast piled high upon the table. I'm immediately overwhelmed by the sumptuous smells and the sight of the food before me. Everything is richly seasoned with Vesuvian spices. I recognize the scent of saffron wafting towards me. Why, if it isn't my champion of the hour, fresh from the bath? Hello, Elliot. I don't remember how I did her voice at all.
Did you do her voice?
I
did her voice.
This is why I don't remember what I'm doing.
Like, whose voices did I do last time? I think it was hers, Portia's, and the ghost.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
you definitely did the ghost because you were doing
character.
You were amazing at the ghost.
All right, cool. Why, if it isn't you?
A servant seats me and fills my glass with a pale rosé beverage as the Countess raises a toast.
To Elliot, whose talents have exceeded my highest expectations. Let us be strangers no longer. May this be the beginning of a valuable friendship. I look forward to a long and fruitful partnership with you. I'm sure you will not disappoint.
Acromantis just subscribed. Thanks for joining this channel. We don't always play dating games, but when we do,
it's on Friday mornings.
And we're gonna be bitchy about them. She looks me in the eyes and then drains her glass in one motion, setting it down gently when she's done. I take a sip of the rosy drink. The delicate floral taste reminds me of the Countess's perfume.
Lest we forget. Blodmila Ludovicchio.
Blodmila. I think there's only one way to say that name. It's with a Russian accent. And I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
No, I had no clue.
The Countess casts her gaze sidelong towards the kitchen door. Moments later, two figures slink sheepishly into the dining hall. The guards, the rabbit and the deer, freshly bathed and divested of their animal costumes. They shift nervously, armor jostling as they adjust their posture and straighten expectantly for orders.
For being such admirable sports, I would forgive their trespasses, but the slight was against you, Elliot. Shall we invite them to join us at the table tonight, or shall I send them away? I'm surprised that they would be allowed at the table at all, being guards, like the way the hierarchy's
I'm gonna be, well, but the thing is being sent away kinder. Because Faylee's like, be kind. I'm gonna invite them to join us.
Okay.
The Countess is terrifying.
You don't want to be left alone with her?
Yeah. They can stay. The guards look at each other in confusion, frozen in place. Neither dares to move. The Countess clears her throat and they promptly clamber to the furthest seats at the far end of the table. They seem startled when servants set plates in front of them and remain nervously quiet.
Oh no.
Nadia's lips twitch up slightly as she observes me before turning to the guards.
They have worked hard today, haven't they? Very well. Dear rabbit, behave.
They nod in unison and murmur to each other as Nadia's attention turns back to me.
You have a generous spirit, Elliot, a rarity in this town. Tomorrow, we shall dine together with my courtiers. They are most eager to make your acquaintance. I've no doubt they will find you absolutely charming. They will want to know everything about you. But choose wisely what you wish to tell. I will be informing them of the masquerade as well. I imagine they will be ecstatic. Because I said so.
I nod slowly, chewing and swallowing hard. The ways of the court are foreign to me, but the Countess will be there. No doubt she will ensure that my premiere goes smoothly. I can trust at the very least that she won't allow me to be too much of an embarrassment.
Portia and a retinue of our loudest servants will be going to town tomorrow to make the announcement. Once the townspeople hear, word will spread on its own, and then it shall be out of our hands. We must ensure there is a sufficient audience for our final spectacle. This is of the utmost importance.
Final spectacle?
The finding of the person.
Oh,
she wants
yeah.
to make a big show out of it, right?
Yeah, the Countess's crimson gaze narrows as she is peering into an unfavorable horizon.
When the doctor hangs, he will hang for all who wish to see. Oh, that's right. I forgot she decided who did it already.
Yeah. I think of red eyes, dark shadows, and the overwhelming heat pressing at my back. Those eyes haunt me. I don't dare look at the painting on the wall.
But these are tomorrow's matters. Tonight, Elliot, I have questions.
Questions? I'm startled by the sudden attention. She's watching me so carefully.
Yes, I wish to become familiar with you. We will be working very closely after all.
I'm caught a little off guard, but quickly recover. I didn't expect her to have any interest in who I was. She asked me simple questions. How I enjoy the town, my daily goings-on, my favorite things to eat. I ask her questions in turn and learn that her favorite food is spiced swordfish.
Have you ever had it, Elliot? It's quite delicious.
No, I don't think I have.
In Prakra, it is a summer dish. I would hardly suffer a warm night without it.
Prakra, a vast empire in the north, the Countess's home, although I had thought it was only a rumor.
The kitchen does try to humor my requests, but alas, they can never seem to spice it quite right.
She looks back at me with a wry smile and lifts her drink to her lips once more.
I'm quite enjoying our talk, Elliot, but I admit I do not savor the audience that you chose to stay here, even though I gave you that option.
Yeah. She casts her gaze about the dining room before rising slowly.
I wonder if you would like to join me on the veranda for a nightcap.
She looks down at me, a soft smile tugging at her lips. I flush under her scrutiny.
Just the two of us?
She holds her hands out towards me, waiting expectantly. Alright, well, we paid money to the game. I take her hand with trepidation. She grips it warmly and firmly, looking pleased as we head out to the veranda.
I mean, I'm in favor of dating everybody we can.
Yeah.
Although she's kind of creepy. I don't know if I want to date her.
I mean, she's certainly the kind of lady who knows what she wants and is, like, really in charge.
Yes, but she's scary.
You know who would probably love the Countess? And I'm saying this somewhat... I'm only saying this somewhat self-depreciatingly. This would be Graham's, like, Windmill Slam romance choice. Because I was like... Name some celebrity... At some point it came up, it was like, name some celebrity crushes. And Graham was all like, the Major from Ghost in the Shell. I'm like, now I know what you see in me, because that woman is truly terrifying, and I'm only I'm merely horrifying. The cool night breeze greets us. The star-filled sky is bright and vast overhead. It feels as if I can see the stars better out there, though I know they're just as clear in town. Oh, and then Graham, when he was really sick and had a fever, had a dream that he was deeply in love with Major Kira from Deep Space Nine. He's been watching a lot of Deep Space Nine recently, and I was like, yeah, one, you were having a fever dream, so, like, that sounds rad. That sounds better than most fever dreams.
Yeah.
Two, I see it. Not Nana Visitor, not the actress. Major Kira, the character. Anyhow. Nadia waves the servants gathered on either side of the tiny table near the balcony.
Leave us.
They all scurry away into the woodwork, leaving us alone.
Have a seat. After your performance today, I think we'll be working quite closely from now on.
I settle down into a plush chair at her order, shifting a little to get comfortable. She picks up a crystal decanter filled with a pale liquid and pours us both a glass. My cheeks flush at being served by the Countess, but I accept the bell-shaped goblet.
Elderflower cordial. One of my favorites.
There's a silence, not quite comfortable, until Nadia turns her gaze from the garden to me and gives me a warm smile.
You have impressed me, you know. Not many manage such a feat. I will admit, I find your presence quite intriguing.
That's a blush. Maybe, I don't, it seems like problems. This seems like problems.
Maybe it's just too much wine.
Yeah. Somehow the Countess has a way of making me feel at ease and nervous at the same time. In town, there are whispers that Countess Nadia is a tyrant. But the woman in front of me seems genuine, kind, and a little lonely.
Tell me, Elliot, why did you come to the palace? Why agree to help me?
It felt right.
It felt right? I see. So you were following your intuition. How nostalgic.
She brings a hand up to her chest, fixing her gaze on the garden maze below.
The heart can be quite a valuable tool, provided one listens to it.
Nadia looks back at me, a smile in her eyes.
I wonder what else your heart has said about me, Elliot. Perhaps we can discuss it in more detail later? Do you have any more questions for me, Elliot? I would like it if you felt you could speak freely in my presence.
I have a lot of questions for Nadia, but if I ask them all now, I worry we'd never leave this veranda. For now, I just need to know... Well...
I mean, I feel like if we ask her why me, she's just gonna tell us that our reputation precedes us or something.
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
What a vague question. What exactly do you mean by this?
Well, the murder investigation. The Count has been dead for years. Why now?
Ah, you're quite right, Elliot. In fact, I imagine most of the city has forgotten about it. But I have not forgotten. Vesuvia is in dire need of help. Order needs to be restored, and I am in the unique position to restore it. That does not mean I have interest in becoming a tyrant, however. I intend to lead by example, not fear. I must show the city I am capable. I have so many plans for Vesuvia. I want to see the city flourish. Perhaps you'll be able to help me with those plans, Elliot? I could use more competent people on my side.
The lonely aura from earlier returns, heavy and thick in the air. Does she really have no one else to rely on?
I mean, that's pretty plausible.
And can I really do anything to help lift that burden from her shoulders? Slowly I reach out, taking her hands in mine. Surprise flashes in her eyes, and for a moment I think she's going to pull away. But then she smiles and squeezes back.
How sweet you are, Elliot. I know you've had a long day, Elliot. I won't keep you any longer.
Nadia pauses, and then slowly brings my hand to her lips, brushing a feather-like kiss against it.
Thank you for your hard work today, Elliot. It seems my dreams did not lead me astray.
Then she smiles and picks up a small silver bell, its handle carved into the shape of a swan's neck, and rings it. The door to the veranda opens immediately as Portia bustles in.
You rang, milady? I did. Please show Elliot to the guest rooms. Of course, milady.
I rise to my feet and follow Portia away from the veranda. I can almost swear I see Nadia wink at me as I leave, looking pleased. The walk back to the guest room is less eventful tonight. Mercedes and Melchior are nowhere to be seen. Our footsteps echo in the empty halls. Portia walks cheerfully beside me.
So, Kathleen, question.
Yeah.
Do you think that's, does this count as a kiss?
Yes. I say
Okay.
we got one kiss. A hand
Okay.
kiss is still a kiss. It wasn't like she licked our hand. She kissed our hand.
Really weird if she licked her hand.
Well, yeah, but then I would say, no kiss. That's just some sort of sex thing. But this is, the description is kiss, so therefore kiss.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure whatever stat keeping anyone's taken care of can be properly administered.
Yeah.
Things are a lot more interesting around here since you showed up. Did you see their faces when they were summoned to dinner? Oh my god, I thought Ludio was good and die on the spot. He's always had a nervous constitution.
She talks about the guards as if they're old friends. I start to wonder how well she knows the servants here. Do you spend a lot of time with the other servants?
We work together pretty closely. It's my job to know who and what's happening in the palace.
She winks conspiratorially at me, and then starts walking again, her hair swaying with the bounce in her step. We arrive at the door to my guest room. She waits expectantly for me to enter.
I think the sun kissing your skin only counts as a kiss if we can date the sun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can't do that in this game.
It seems servants came during the day to tidy up. They've placed a fresh pitcher of water on my desk. Incense burns by the window, filling the room with hazy swirls of wood and spice. Portia looks as if she's dying to ask me a question, but it falters before it can escape her lips. She smooths her hand over the papers on my desk. I recognize them as the ones I took from Julian's study. What happens after I capture the doctor? Will there be a trial?
No. I mean, no, my lady is certain of his guilt. The execution will continue as scheduled.
You seem concerned.
Concerned? Me? Maybe, it's just, I don't know. He's not the only suspect, right? Sure, many people love the Count, but just between you and me, I think Count Lucio had a lot of enemies, too.
Enemies? Who? Portia shakes her head and runs her hands down her skirt.
I wasn't employed at the palace when it happened. I've only heard rumors of what went on that night. Just keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious, alright?
I want to make a dating game where you date the stars and planets now.
I mean,
I want to date the sun.
One must exist.
Your burning love is literally burning. You immolate and die.
Can you really date the sun?
But you get
I mean, it's gonna be one of those characters who wants all of you to the point where they might just burn you whole. That's how passionate the sun is.
Who's the sun in Persona 4? I believe it's What's-Her-Face's younger brother. No, that's the Hangman. Who's the sun?
Oh, I don't remember any of them.
Yeah, in Persona 5, it was the politician. But I don't remember who it was in Persona 4.
Dating the sun, a long-distance relationship.
Yeah, I feel like you could also date, like, comets, but they're kind of cold and distant. They're definitely tsundere. It's Drama Club Girl, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. It's not the girl who skips class. The girl who skips class, What's-Her-Face, is the really touchy one, and I can't remember her name, but she's Moon. She's the Moon Arcana. Alright. Portia pauses, looking from left to right, then widens her eyes as she leans in close to me, voice low.
You know, if you're not too tired yet, I could show you around the place. There's a lot of interesting things on the palace grounds. Maybe I could show you some secrets? If you think you can handle them.
She teasing me? She smiles, giving me another wink, and then tilts her head, waiting for an answer. Oh my god.
We don't have enough.
The fucking monetization in this game. I mean, here's the thing, is like, I can't buy more coins because Paul's not here.
I mean, we could try if we have the fingerprint set up. I might be able to do it.
Alright.
Just take this to...
And we're just all in on this.
What do you want?
I mean, like, the thing is, okay, let's go back to the menu for a second. So, typically, the more coins you buy in any kind of mobile game, it gets cheaper. But I would point out, 250 coins, $7. 500 coins, $14.
Pokemon Go does this, too. If you've ever looked at the Pokemon Go prices, it's actually cheaper to buy them 100 coins at a time.
Yeah, 100 coins, $2.79. So that's $2.80. Okay, hold on. I just gotta do some quick math. So that's $2.80 plus $2.80 is $5.60 plus another $1.40. It's cheaper to buy them 100 coins at a time.
Well, we only need like another 100, like 50 coins anyway for this part. So we could just get 100.
So it's basically flat. It's a.
It's flat regardless. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind that.
It's cheaper to buy 100 at a time by like a penny. Yeah, but like that grinds my gears. All right, well, I don't feel bad about not pumping in 500 coins to it because I was like,
oh, it is password. I thought we had thumbprint set up, so I guess we can't. Well,
I guess so. We're saying, is that allowed? It's 5 cents cheaper to buy 100 coins to buy per 100 coins to buy it at 2,000 coins. You will. Well, you save 4 cents. 4 cents is 4 cents.
I mean, it's 4 cents. Oh no, I guess that would be Canadian prices because we're in the store.
Yeah,
but
is that allowed?
Why wouldn't it be allowed? You're not a prisoner here, you know.
Excuse me.
And if we get into anything too mischievous, well, it's only a problem if we get caught. You look like you can keep a secret. I'm not too worried.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Neat. Okay. I do like that it's like you didn't destroy your option, though.
Yeah, I really want to do this, but Paul's not here. I'm starting to get annoyed with the monetization of this game, though.
I mean, it's not... It's just a locked away scene. It's not going to affect the story that much.
Yeah.
Because, like, we did that locked away scene that basically showed us the ghost goat first, and then our character did not even recognize the fact that he'd already kind of met the ghost.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not... It's just an... It's...
But think of it as not just buying the scene for ourselves. Think of it as we're buying the scene for all of the viewers on the replay as well.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like... It's... Like, this is a free-to-play game, right?
Yeah. Try spinning the wheel? What's spinning the wheel do? Does it get you coins? Oh!
Oh, hey, look.
Well then, okay. Nope.
We got a trinket.
Whoa, collect one of each trinket to unlock a special scene.
2 of each, and 100 total. Interesting.
How much does it cost to spin?
20 coins.
Wow!
Huh. You get a free spin once a day. Okay, that's not that... I mean, again, it's one of those mechanics where it's, like, doing this so that you can slowly do it, but they do want to make money off of it.
You get a free tarot reading.
Huh.
I'm killing time until Paul gets here. Oh, let's see what the cards have to say. You get a love reading for 2. Why would you have a video game give you a tarot card reading? Maybe it increases your relationship rank with them. It's like spending time.
Tap the cards to shuffle the deck. Tap the cards to cut the deck. Tap to choose. Choose 3 cards.
Here, you can choose. Oh! The Queen of Swords carefully orchestrates her plans, taking every variable into account. Be clear and direct. Do not allow others to muddy the work you've done. You belong at the top. Yeah!
So that's the past.
Asakai has just subscribed with Twitch Prime, thank you. Alright, that's the past.
So present should be next?
Yeah. Oh. Boop. The present. The Hermit reversed. The Hermit hides in his cave, shutting out the world and ignoring its lessons. Be wary of retreating too far within your own mind. Others still have valuable things to share. So go hang out with your friends instead of staying home listening to music, Kathleen, is what I'm hearing.
I think it's just because you've been sick recently.
Yeah. Alright, this is our future, Heather.
Future.
Oh, 8 of Pentacles upright. Your attention to detail and willingness to learn make you an ideal student. Your raw talent can be honed. It may be time to embark on a new venture or learn a new skill if you have not already begun. Hey, we just launched the pen list. That's a new venture.
Yeah, cool.
It turns out you could read anything into this vague ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You literally can with tarot cards, which is why you're supposed to be like...
Oh, but we got some coins for doing that.
Oh, check-in thing.
I could have been doing this to be earning us coins, and this game's giving me homework.
I mean, Horse Boyfriend gave you homework too.
Yeah, but Horse Boyfriend homework was okay. But I could have been getting us, like, we would have had 30 more coins, and we still wouldn't have had enough to do the stupid option, Heather.
Yeah, that's true. But we still would have been short.
I'm so irritated. Has chat refreshed for you in, like, a long time? You guys still there, chat?
Or maybe they're bored with us.
I mean, I would be bored with us, too.
Is chat refreshing? Question mark?
Oh. Yeah, they just have nothing to say.
Oh, I mean... Sorry, chat.
Alright, well, I guess we're not seeing these secrets, because Paul's not here and I've killed enough time.
I mean, chat might not be refreshing. That might be just... How do we let them know? How do we... Well, maybe if I just refresh the thing. I'm not seeing anything.
We're lonely and sad.
Usually chat responds if I say things into the chat, even if they don't like me. I can't see chat.
I know, I feel so alone.
Alright,
Heather.
well, let me open the app.
I really want to see these fucking secrets. I'm so angry.
I mean, you could just text Paul and see if he'll give you the password.
Oh, Goat Prince 2 is subscribed for 5 months in a row, sending us a message with his resub saying, Kathleen Heather, let us read some vague ass shit into your love video game love lives.
I'm not able to connect to the chat.
Oh no, did our chat go down? Or is Twitch chat not working?
Oh, hey.
Oh, somebody messaged you on Discord?
Discord. Chat is dead. No! I like chat.
38,911 basic bytes free is cheered with 100 bits saying, chat might have died, but do bits still work? They do. Chat, how can I go on without your snark?
My suggestion is we take a break.
Yeah,
and then you can text Paul and ask him if he'll give you the password so that we can see the secrets.
Yes, I want to see these damn secrets.
And then maybe chat will stop being dead by then. Maybe they'll resuscitate. I feel really bad that chat is gone.
Yeah.
Twitch is having a lot of issues. No.
Oh, we have something really cool to show you guys today. After the crapshoot and before Dominaria draft. I think you guys will like it. It's the other new thing we talked about at PAX East.
Graham tweeted what it was.
Oh, yeah, we're going to show off the Road Quest.
Twitter.
We're showing off the Road Quest teaser today.
The actual one, not the teaser for the teaser.
Yeah, not the teaser. The real teaser. It's 30 minutes of teaser, Heather.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's practically an episode of a TV show.
I mean...
Longer, really, because there's no commercials.
Real Gamer Cow has cheered with 50 bits saying, geez, I've heard of sub only, but bits only chat?
Yeah.
Alright, Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. Hopefully Twitch isn't too borky, and we're gonna try to get some extra money into this game. See you guys in a few minutes. We're here!
We're here. So first off, I've checked the Twitch support Twitter. There are site-wide loading
I've texted
issues.
Paul.
Yeah, we are on things.
Yeah.
Do not refresh if you can see us, because you might lose us. Also, did you know we have a Discord? It's, you can find it at discord.gg/LRR, and that is what I'm using as my substitute chat. Until chat is able to be on the chat.
Yeah, it seems very weird doing things without.
It's just so odd to not see, like, even when I'm not reading chat, I can see them, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of moving, and I'm like, okay, cool, chat's still there. It's just reassuring. And when they're not there, it's weird.
Paul has just gotten back to me and said he's going to send me the password.
Twitch chat appears to be back for some people.
Oh!
Hey, it is back. Nice. But, I mean, seriously, we do have a Discord that is filled with many channels that, if you're worried there are too many, there's a mute feature. I use it.
Yeah. You're not playing Monster Prom today? Is Monster Prom out?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was out yet. Alright, Paul has sent me the password. So...
Excellent. Well, we're still in the booth, so you can do that. Monster Prom apparently is out.
I'm just running the numbers. We're paying over $5 to see these secrets. These better be fucking good secrets.
I mean, she's gonna show us Secrets of the Palace. I'm hoping for more Goat Ghost, supposedly.
Yeah, alright, hold on. This is one of them very secure passwords, so this is gonna take a while.
No, you don't have to be a gamer to join our Discord. We got many channels about, like, anime, which I do read. I don't post a lot in, because a lot of the time they're talking about anime I don't watch. So, meh. TV, movies, other geeky type things, other non-geeky type things, normal things.
Wow, this is an incredibly secure password. Whoops.
That kind of thing. There's lots of places. It's fun. I just mentioned the muting feature because there are like 30 odd channels, and I don't have an interest in all of them, so I mute a lot of them. I also mute some of the ones that I am interested in because I don't want to read them all the time.
I basically just go in there and talk about music occasionally.
I know Matt's in there a lot. He's generally in the general side.
I was lurking in general.
I lurk quite a bit because sometimes I see conversations and I'm like, oh, I can get in on this, and then it's like that conversation is actually passed.
Hi, Cam.
Good morning.
All right. Hey, Cam. I'm sorry to bug you.
Yeah.
One sec.
Hey chat, this is Hodor Talk right now. Yeah, there's lots of good things on the Discord. I hang out there generally I lurk in general, I read the anime channel, I'm in Nintendo quite a bit. I skimmed the video game section, but most of the stuff that I read is in the Nintendo section, so...
Alright. Okay,
cool. So, back to the game?
Back to the game. You won't see me putting in this incredibly secure password. Show me your secrets. Show me the secrets!
I knew I'd like you, Elliot. We're gonna be great friends. Oh, where do we want to start? There's the mulch pile, the freaky foyer, the servants' quarters.
Portia counts them off on her fingers as she runs through every place we could start.
But I don't want to bore you. Oh, I know. Come on, let's go. I'll show you the really good stuff.
Yeah, don't show me the stuff that's mildly interesting. Get to the good shit. I paid $5 for this. She looks down her arm. She hooks her arm around mine and leads me off down the hall, a bounce in her step.
You've already seen most of the palace itself, unless you want to hang out in the dusty library again. I wouldn't really recommend it. I saw a huge spider in there the other day.
Portia pushes open some swing doors and leads us into a vast kitchen. Someone in a flower-dusted apron lifts their head and smiles as they see us enter, waving cheerfully to Portia. Portia, still on duty for the night?
Not exactly. I'm just showing Elliot around the place.
You eat dinner yet? Here, try this new recipe I'm trying out. The chef tosses Portia a roll from across the wooden counter. She catches it without looking and then turns to me.
So, this is the kitchen. If you ever find yourself hungry at midnight, the door's always open. Just make sure you don't ruin Hestian's breakfast prep. I'm not responsible for any harm that might befall you.
She pockets another roll with a wink, slides one to me, and slips out of the kitchen before Hestian notices.
We're headed towards a secret passage I like to use to get to the veranda. Saves a lot of time when you're in a hurry. Just a warning, it's kind of creepy though.
She takes us to the end of a small hall. We're standing in front of a large painting of two white dogs. Mercedes and Melchior, a pile of pomegranates spill out at their feet. Their paws are stained red with the juices.
This has so many good words in it.
I was complaining that it was very overwritten.
It's very fanfic.
Yeah, it's very,
Someone got a thesaurus and they're going to get every ounce of value out of it.
It's what's his name? He did Royal Budapest Hotel, and
Wes Anderson?
it's what Wes Anderson writes when he's writing novels in universe.
Ooh, yes. Wow. Alright. She grips the edge of the painting and swings it open, revealing a secret archway beyond. Portia looks over her shoulder at me.
Think you could help us out with a little light, Elliot?
I nod and focus my magic. An orb of soft, warm light sprouts from my fingers and floats around us in friendly
I forgot
circles.
magic actually existed in this game.
Yeah.
Wow, would you look at that? You're pretty good at this magic stuff.
We pass through the arch into a larger, dusty passage. The walls are lined with paintings of animals. Wow, how much do you hate a painting that you only put it in a secret passage?
I mean, she doesn't like that one that's full of animals in wherever, and it's a very prominent place.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
We did...
Hey, E-Block cheered with 50 bits, Chad is back, and Cuddly Kitty subscribed for 13 months in a row saying, things are okay from this account. Thirsty Kitty says hi.
Oh.
Oh.
All the cat accounts.
All pure white, with red eyes that glint like rubies in the dim light. They look like they're following us as we move, watching us.
This used to be the Count's Mirage
Menagerie.
Gallery. No one goes here anymore, though. They say there's a ghost wandering these halls.
I believe it.
They say that a voice will call out your name as you're walking by. And if you follow it, you'll never be seen again.
Oh, shit! Has that ever happened?
Oh, sure, lots of times. Servants are always popping up after shirking their duties, like, oh, the gallery ghost got me. And then I'm like, okay, but if you're never gonna see you again, then how am I seeing you? And then usually it turns out they just fell asleep in the larder and they wanted to blame a ghost. I mean, no doubt there's some weird stuff going on around here. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just don't go wandering off into the dark, creepy hallways alone. That's advice anyone could have.
Yeah. We reach the end of the hallway and Portia swings open a small door, letting us out onto the veranda. The veranda is surprisingly busy as we arrive, full of servants in varying states of activity. Seems like they're in the middle of cleaning up. None of them bat an eye as we appear from the passage.
Varying states of activities. Such a weird sentence to me.
Yeah. You could just say they were busy. The veranda's full of busy servants. They barely they don't even, they're so busy with they're wrapped up in their duty. Like, I could rewrite this like 50 different ways. I'm not trying to be like I'm the greatest, but I'm not a bad writer. I write for a living, so I have to do a lot of it. Taking the long way home tonight, Portia? Oh, she's probably showing our new magician around the palace.
Jealous?
Baboosh?
Baboosh? You'll have to wait your turn if you want to spend time with Elliot.
I haven't seen the palace so bustling since I arrived. The servants are always attentive and alert when I'm with Nadia. Now they seem more relaxed. A few are taking a break by the banister, leaning against it and chatting. One of them, tall and lanky, gives Portia a lazy smile as we head down the stairs. Have a good night, Portia.
You too, Vincenz. Try not to fall off the veranda.
Portia leads us down the stairs and onto the grounds towards the maze.
Sometimes when I'm not working, I like to explore around here. Never know what you might find. If you go to that little hill over there, you can get a real good look at the stars, especially on clear nights like tonight.
We enter the maze. Portia walks briskly when with confidence. She really knows her way around this place.
It's getting pretty late, but I've got one last stop before the end of the tour. I think you're gonna really like it.
She takes my hand, leading me through the winding hedges. We reach a crumbly old arch covered in carved stone roses. The top is collapsed, leaving only the supports. I'm sort of middling on the stone roses. What a great music joke! What a great music joke! Yeah, that one was just for me. Crickets. On the other side is a dead end, but I feel a whisper of magic licking at my skin, beckoning me closer.
Check this out.
She laughs, pulling me through the arch, and suddenly the scenery changes. We step out into a hallway in the palace, brightly lit but out of the way. In the distance, I can hear servants chatting.
Isn't it amazing? I bet there's portals like this all over the palace, leading to lots of different places no one's seen. This palace has a lot of secrets. Maybe you can help me find more. I bet a great wizard like you would have no problem finding them all. But I've kept you long enough. We've got an early morning tomorrow. You better get some sleep.
She leads me back to the guest room and pauses just inside the door.
Thanks, Elliot, for coming with me. I'm really excited you're here. I think we'll have a lot of fun together.
Portals. Wow.
She did say portals.
Yeah, that's not normal. Like, I realize magic exists, but, like, that seems like a lot. Lugnut over Japan has just subscribed. Hey, I think that maybe they subscribed because of my ridiculous music joke. Probably not.
Let's say yes.
Oh.
They didn't give us a reason, so we can interpret whatever we want.
That's true. Oh.
I almost forgot. Milady wants you to join us in the town tomorrow for the announcement. So, I'll see you tomorrow, Elliot.
Portia smiles, squeezes my shoulder, then leaves me alone to my room and my thoughts.
Hey, it's chapter 5.
Ah. You know who the Hierophant is? Coffee Dad! Oh, I guess he's more like Coffee Uncle.
Is he also the uncle in 4?
Yeah, but that's why everybody's like Coffee Dad, but I prefer Coffee Uncle. Mm-hmm. Because, like, he's basically the Dojima. Oh, Sojiro's such a good character. He's great. If you can do Sojiro's story arc, you should. He's so great. The wagon jolts beneath me, bouncing on the uneven road and lurching from side to side. You guys just paid $5 to make a reference.
Yes, but we did it for you, chat.
I mean, I'd like to think that we're putting in $5 so we can show people scenes that they might not have wanted to put $5 into. Mm-hmm. This is a group effort, this playthrough.
It's very economical.
Yeah. I'm headed to town with Portia to make the announcement. The sun is just rising when we arrive at the market.
All right, everybody, listen up.
The chattering servants loaded with baskets fall silent and congregate around Portia.
Noon o'clock. We'll be making the announcement at the city square. Till then, you all know your errands. Talk to me if you don't. As for you, Elliot, I thought you might like to check on your shop.
Her words set off a cascade of emotions, the first being relief. I would very much like to check on my shop.
I'll try to find you, but if I don't, try to be at the square by noon. Bye now.
The servants depart, spreading out into the marketplace. I head in the opposite direction. I head in the direction opposite? No! Straight for the shop. Also, they're spreading out, so how am I going in the opposite direction than every servant?
Well, you see, all the directions were pointing that way, and our direction was that way. So they all went down the same way, but different paths. It's a very badly constructed city. We didn't think about these things that well.
I mean, we've seen maps of London, right? Like, it's an ancient city. It's just like a bunch of cow trails and stuff.
If you're like, I wouldn't make fun of noon o'clock because it's a person's. Those were words that were said. That is a thing that character has said, as opposed to just descriptive writing.
Yeah.
Emotional cascade seems like a fun experience. experience. I think it sounds like a fun magic card.
Yeah. My very own oasis. Even in the misty, overcast light, it seems to glow. My shop. Hopping up the steps, I press my palm to the door and release the sealing spell. Hastily, I turn the first 2 locks, fumbling and dropping my keys before I can get to the third. When I dip down to retrieve them, I spot a small leather pouch resting on the stoop. It is rough in make and heavy with energy. Someone left this for me. Picking open the knot, picking the knot. Releasing the knot, I open the pouch. Inside is a magic mixture. Herbs, bark, resin, and incense. I pour a little into my palm and sniff. Myrrh is strongest, but there are scents of sage and marrow root. A mixture for protection. I cast a glance to either side of the street, quiet under the cloudy sky, and there's nobody nearby. I fetch my keys and turn the third lock. Just as I lean on the door, it swings open and I nearly collapse into the last person I expected to see. Dr. Dvorak! What's he doing inside our shop?
I don't know, people keep coming in there. One of those signs says
There is
closed.
definitely a ward and 3 locks that we just had to open. The sight of him freezes me in my tracks, the pouch dropping from my nerveless fingers.
Oh, you should put nerves back in your fingers. It's not a good idea to not have nerves in your hands. If you can avoid it.
The pouch dropping from my fingers. I struggle to speak, but he beats me to it. Alright, I did do this guy's voice. Well, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. Here at your own. Oh, what am I saying? You've caught me, shopkeep. I surrender. Surrender? He couldn't possibly mean... No, he doesn't know what I've been trusted to do. For a moment, I think about calling for the guards, but I hesitate. Is this the second? This is the second time he's been in my shop. Will the guards think I've been harboring him? Either way, I have questions for him. I have no fear of the doctor. I fix him with a narrow gaze.
What did you pick?
How do you keep getting in here?
Okay.
How do you keep getting in? I know I locked up after the first time, so you've either broken in or I've got a key. With a click of his tongue and a ragged sigh, the doctor pulls a little key from his coat pocket. Here, if it makes any difference, you can take it. I won't be using it again. That's a promise. He waits patiently as I take the key and compare it to my others. It lines up with my key to the back room. Who gave this to you? You don't... well. Let's just say I needed to make a couple of house calls. After hours. He's our boss's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, probably.
My eyebrows shoot upwards. House calls to Astra's room? Was he ever that ill? If he had been, would he have told me?
We're tense.
I frown, pocketing the key and giving the doctor a wary look. Oh, I hope you don't think I'm a thief. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that. But you wouldn't take my word for it, would you? To my surprise, the doctor shucks off his overcoat and starts to unbutton his waistcoat. I'd just say coat. Vest, maybe, so you're not double coating. And he throws it open with a flutter, arms outstretched, palm up in submission. Oh, definitely I want to make kisses with this man.
You went further than just his waistcoat.
Search me. If you find anything of yours, I'll show myself to the stocks. Go ahead. Search until you're satisfied. He lowers his eye, presenting himself for inspection. The sight makes me grow hot at the ears, embarrassed.
Well, might as well. We paid money.
I think I will. From the stunned look on his face, he didn't expect me to take him up on it. You're just full of surprises, aren't you? Well then, don't be shy. I promise I'll be good. I step closer, eyes roaming over his body, unsure of where to begin. May I suggest the upper thighs? Moving into the inner thighs. In a gesture that has the appearance of being legitimate, but is actually going for quite a sexy zone.
Torso.
I'm doing all of the sex things. We've got the money now. Tentatively, I reach up and run my hands over his shoulders. I've never been this close to him before. There's barely a sliver of space between us. This is like $1's worth of secrets. Or this is like $2.50's worth of secrets. Not afraid to get up close and personal, are you? He cuts himself off when I slide my hands under his shirt. His skin is soft and surprisingly cool. When my fingers brush over his throat, I can feel his pulse jump. You don't need to search someone's neck.
No.
The neck is a very erogenous zone.
The neck is usually, like, especially given how much of it you can already see.
Yeah, the neck is clear, but, you know, you can touch it anyhow, and people quite like that usually. 75 bits from eBlock saying, I'm doing all of the sex things. And Kinkerbell, what a great username, has cheered with 100 bits. The moment my hands reach his waist, he suddenly twists away as slippery as an eel. No, not there. I mean, I'm afraid I'm terribly ticklish. Don't tell anyone, it'll be our little secret. Hold him still or please stop moving.
Prefer less talking.
I catch his arm. He almost overbalances but catches himself at the last second. Hold still. He bites his lip, flushing. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I have definitely read fanfiction that starts like this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Almost all of it.
Yeah, he bites his lip, flushing under my stare, and obediently stands straight, arms at his side. T-reference pose, please. I take a step back, catching my breath. Julian blinks quizzically at me. Done so soon? Why, you've only just started. You haven't even checked my other side yet. He's baiting me, but he's right. I haven't checked his back yet. I circle behind him and he twists around to watch me, not letting me out of his sight. His eye is bright with interest, my cheeks warm under his shameless stare. I had no idea you were so hands-on. How daring of you. Aren't you afraid someone will see? Definitely,
one.
did I
Top
say?
one.
Yes, definitely. Did I say you could move? No, you didn't. Then turn back around. He complies without hesitation. I can see the tips of his ears turn red. Interesting. A fine tremor goes through him when I slide my palms down his back. Besides, shouldn't you be afraid of being seen? Well, I suppose that's true. I run my hands over his hips, checking his pockets, and stop when I feel an unexpected hard edge. Don't worry about that. It's a knife hidden in his pocket.
A knife,
I am happy to see you. I can show you if you like. He's incorrigible, but I can feel him nervously shifting his weight. I walk back around to his front, trailing one hand over his hip. He sways in my direction, but holds himself still with a visible effort. This is not an urn scene, but it's rad. Are you done? Almost. You better tell me what you were really looking for.
I was hoping it would give us an option asking us if we were done or not, and I was going to be like,
More
no!
searching! Woo! Half days and now kiss make for a fun day. I'm at a loss for words for what I'm seeing. Just oh my, says Van Bale, who subscribed for 39 months in a row. Oh my god, this is great. This is why I wanted to put money into this. Because this is the good shit. This is the first thing I've been not disappointed by. Oh no.
I liked Go Ghost.
Go Ghost, yeah, that was good. But the other two were like, meh, or the other three things we paid
Yeah,
for
they
like,
were
meh.
kind of like, eh.
You're very persistent, aren't you? And, thorough. Answer the question. Julian's throat bobs when he swallows and he lets out a slow, shaky sigh. I was looking for answers. But I didn't find any. Not the ones I wanted. Alright, I believe you. Huh? Wait, really? Really? That's a terrible idea. You shouldn't take anyone at their word, least of all mine. But, well, I do hope you're satisfied. I would just hate to disappoint you. He retrieves his overcoat with a showy flourish and slips it back on. Well, I'm sure you have things to do, so I'll just be getting out of your way. He takes a wide step, contorting his long form around me to pass. Dr. Dvorak! Take care now, if the powers that be should ever entangle us again. Call me Julian. His broad grin takes only a second to fade before shock takes over his features. Bristling at the nape, I look carefully over my shoulder. Portia! She must have come to find me, but she pays me no attention at all. All of her focus, the suspended disbelief in her wide eyes, is on the man beside me. When she speaks, the quiet word that escapes her sounds different. An unused voice from inside the depths of her heart. Brother?
Absolutely.
Ilya?
Ilya.
Portia stumbles, then runs into the bed and runs to the steps. I back into the wall as she throws herself at the doctor.
Ilya, is it really you?
Her shaking hands come to either side of his face. His eye starts to shine. I notice and wonder. It's me.
You bastard! What are you doing here out in the open? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Her fingers curl, tugging at his ears and drawing a shameful wince. You've grown up so strong, Pasha. There's a lot of, Russian names and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. I'm sorry I wasn't there to see it.
Oh, I'll show you sorry, you unbelievable Elliot.
Spotted, I can only offer Portia a curious look. She releases Julian's ears, tugging him off the stoop.
I'll catch up with you later.
Without further ado, Portia hauls the floundering doctor away to an alley nearby, leaving me to ponder. Didn't they seem like family?
Nah, not at all.
I enter the shop and head straight for the back room. My curiosity has concocted a theory. Julian, aka Ilya, used to date my boss, and is a hot man who likes being bossed around. And I think I want to do that. He's also Portia's cousin, so I don't know. Or brother or something.
Probably siblings. They seem very, a little closer than cousins.
The Countess believes a possession of Julian's is all I need to find him. Perhaps a possession of Astra's will be enough to call him to me. I could go to the pool at the fountain again in the palace gardens if I bring something with meaning to him. For some time I linger over his possessions, his clothing and magical relics, comforted by his smoky scent. What is the strangest thing? I try to feel it out, but none of Astra's things carry even a trace of his sparkling magic. Before I know it, the sun is high in the sky. I don't think the author's Russian and English is a second language. I don't think it's. I think it's. This is competently written. Just it's overwritten. This person needs an editor, not training, right? All right. What about his cards that you have? The distant clock tolls the hour, shocking me to my feet. The announcement! I can already hear a crowd roaring in the distance. Biting my lip, I worry. I abandoned my... Let's see. I would just say... You don't need to say abandoned my venture. This is stupid. I would say biting my lip and worry. Because vexation you don't need. I quickly close up shop and head for the city square. How many times have lips been bitten in this game? It's definitely a trope.
Oh, at least 5 that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, the lip biting in the sexy scene is okay.
Ahem. Hear ye, hear ye. This is an announcement from the palace of your Countess Nadia.
The square is densely packed with people, smaller folks and latecomers circling the perimeter for a better view. I join them, sliding carefully amongst the buzzing crowd. A pleasant smell I can't place is wafting from nearby.
On the eve of the passing of your most glorified Count Lucio, the Countess will open the palace gates. That's right, folks. All are invited not to mourn, but to celebrate the spirit of the dearly departed Count.
A ripple of loud excitement passes through the crowd. At its edge, I follow the familiar scent. Myrrh. The leather pouch dropped on my shop's doorstep comes to mind, and then I come upon a figure hulking in size. Oh yeah, this guy. He's the one who left us protective herbs. Their eyes are shadowed under a hood and a heavy brow. Though the excitement in the square is growing, the figure looks more like a harbinger of despair.
It'll be a masquerade like no other before. Spread the word. Tell your friends. You won't want to miss this.
As the crowd erupts in chatter, the massive stranger moves down a side street, escaping with the scent of myrrh. The stranger's lumbering pace is easy to match. I catch up halfway down the street. Hey, where are you going? They turn slowly as if they dread the sight of me. A voice like thunder rumbles from under the robes. A voice like thunder.
So Thor?
Blindly to... I'll just do an Eda Slump voice. I love her voice. It's not like thunder. It's more like rocks hitting concrete, but... Blindly to the slaughter, just like the rest of you. What do you mean? Please, speak plainly. That would be great for this whole game. It doesn't matter what I say. My words won't last. They never do. The stranger shuffles away, chains rattling. My thoughts race. If they left the protection spell at the shop, did Astra send them? God, I don't want to pay... No. With a suffering look, the stranger disappears into the misty shadows of the afternoon alley. I head back towards the servant's wagon, where Portia is tossing flower petals and rice onto the dancing city folk.
Elliot, there you are. You missed the big reveal. Would you look at this crowd? No incidents back in the shop, I hope. Nothing out of the ordinary?
Her smile has a shade of desperation as she bats her eyes pleadingly. The moment is lost. We're jostled as the wagon lurches to life. Wild laughter follows us down the streets, ringing with news of the masquerade, but my mind is lost elsewhere. We ride back from the city. The ride back from the city is alive with talk. When we return to Palace, the bridge is lined with carriages. Portia informs me that the courtiers must have arrived. A shiver runs from my head to the base of my spine. A shiver runs down my back.
Yes, from my head to the base of my spine. My back region.
We have a phrase for that. It's perfectly good. She escorts me to a wing of the palace that smells strongly of incense and half a dozen perfumes. I know we've reached the parlor door by the music and crackling laughter inside. Noticing my nerves, Portia remembers to give me a comforting smile.
Don't worry, Elliot. These people can't wait to meet you.
Her words ground me. People, that's all they are.
Yep.
The room is hazy, swimming with elegant plumes of smoke. Softly lit figures lay about on pillowy couches. As my escort, Portia has run me through the guest list for the evening debut. I try to put faces to their names. The Countess notices me first, glancing up from behind a gleaming pipe organ as she plays a victorious chord.
Announcing Elliot, friend of the palace and apprentice to Astra, the magician. Oh, right.
Sorry.
Welcome, Elliot.
This is Elliot? Cuter than I imagined. What a delightful surprise. We were all just talking about you. Sit right here beside me, Elliot. Don't be shy. The welcoming gestures take me by surprise. I hadn't expected such enthusiasm. Eager, manicured hands draw me down onto couches and into the fold of conversation. The Countess watches from where she plays the pipe organ, drawing contemplative tones.
Tell me, Elliot, how was the announcement received?
Oh, shoot. One can only imagine, even we, the favorites of the Countess, closest to her heart, had no idea. That our dear Countess, who shares everything with us, could orchestrate such a surprise. God, I don't, all their names are, completely, ridiculous, and I'm already getting them mixed up. And my phone's beeping, so 1 second. Let me just put that on Do Not Disturb. A surprise masquerade! How lucky we are, not having to worry about planning for it.
How lucky Elliot would have to be to get a word in with all of you. Goodness.
Oh, but how lucky he already is to be taken in by the Countess as an unproven, unknown apprentice. And to take such a, dare I say, chance. So very unlike our most thoughtful and meticulous Countess.
Chance, you say? It was not chance that led me to Elliot's door.
Then perhaps the Countess might inform her adoring court how exactly it was that she arrived at the witch's door that night. These people aren't your friends.
No, they're also not important because they don't have artwork.
They have art in later chapters, apparently. Oh.
Huh.
Well, we'll figure out
Weird.
the voices later because I can't.
It's hard. It's hard when you don't have a visual of the person.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, I have a name.
Yeah. A prim figure in steely gray robes rounds the couch and offers me a soft, pale hand, looking down a thin nose at me. Consul Valerius. Portia made special mention of him. The Countess minds him more than the others. Or perhaps the witch might just tell us himself. Oh, I need to give him a different voice than Julian. Perhaps don't call me that. The courtiers round on Valerius, gasping with bright, hungry eyes. Witch? Is that not your occupation? Forgive my mistake. You are but an apprentice. The courtiers turn to me, hands fluttering over their mouths. The consul holds his narrow gaze, even as the countess's sonorous voice rises over the whispers.
You know, if you all wanted so badly to know how that night transpired, you might have simply asked. As it happens, I was having some trouble sleeping.
As you've known, as you have been for some time, Countess.
Yes, Procurator, as I have been for some time, I was having trouble sleeping. On that night, I woke haunted by the specter of a dream, no escape for my mind. No comfort from my terrors, nor anyone to whom I could turn, who might understand them. Indeed, I was in a desperate state, desperately seeking someone, anyone, who may be of help to me. It was I who was lucky to come across the one I needed so soon. A benevolent universe brought us together, did it not, Elliot?
Her glimmering red gaze falls fondly on me, and the courtiers shift, studying me with new intensity. I start to sweat. The moment is broken by an airy sigh as the consul, draped in gray, peers at me through his wine. A benevolent universe brought you together. With every due respect, Countess, your mind may have been too occupied of late. His thin, tapered hand sways in my direction, swinging his wine glass with it. I'm just imagining, what's his face from Star Wars? The Admiral. To see the full capacity of our wide and welcoming arms! The consul throws his arms wide, sending a sparkling arc of wine sailing from his glass.
Nice.
It splashes across the front of my garment, soaking me. A collective gasp sweeps through the room as I feel the heady liquid seeping onto my skin. The countess's expression as she strikes a sour chord and rises from the organ is murderous. Oh, my apologies. How clumsy of me. Tarkin, yes, Admiral Tarkin is what I'm imagining here. Surely a witch as skilled as you know some hocus pocus to remedy this dilemma.
Enough, Valerius. You have exhausted my patience for tonight. All of you, out, to your chambers. I would appreciate if you could make it there without spilling, but I won't count on it.
Tiptoeing around my splattered form, the courtiers file sheepishly out the door. I remain with the Countess because her hand is resting lightly on my shoulder.
I am sorry, Elliot. I had imagined many outcomes to this evening's affair. I must admit that this was not one of them.
Oh, this was one of them.
Oh, that this was one of them. I misread my lines. We must rid you of these ruined clothes, of course. Such pettiness. But I have taken enough liberties with your wardrobe, so please do not hesitate. Tell me, what would you like? And please, Elliot, spare no expense.
Portia stands at the ready as the Countess folds her hands, awaiting my request. It seems as if Nadia wants me to ask for riches. Does she like showering people in gifts? I'm just gonna say my old clothes.
Yeah, I don't really wanna. When you said don't spare any expense, you meant my expense, huh?
Oh, Tarkin is a Grand Moff, not an Admiral. That's true. Fake Star Wars nerd girl. My old clothes. Ah! do.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I thought you might say that.
Julia Mon has sent us a picture of Vlastimil.
Oh. Blah.
Interesting. Oh, there's a whole wiki for this game. I'm not
I
surprised.
mean, yeah.
Apparently Tumblr's into this game.
So Tumblr is the place to look for walkthroughs when it comes to dating games, especially mobile dating games.
I think we said yesterday that, I think we said last stream that if you want to look for walkthroughs of mobile dating games or thirst, Tumblr is the place to go. Oh, also like amazing observation posts.
I suppose you would. You shall have your old clothes, Elliot. I regret if this comes as a surprise, but your comfort here is of great importance to me. Portia will escort you to your chambers. You will be bathed, and your garments returned. I believe you will find them much as you left them.
Portia leads me to the door as the Countess resumes her practice of the pipe organ.
Oh, and Elliot, you are my guest of honor. You could be more selfish if you like.
The cooling tones of the organ echo down the hall as I'm led away, lilting under the Countess's graceful hand. No. Okay. The way this sentence is structured, the cooling tones of the organ echo down the hall as I'm led away, comma, lilting under the Countess's graceful hand makes it look like I am lilting under the Countess's graceful hand. I myself am not. I think they mean that we're going to say the cooing tones. I can say the organ, the cooing tones, cooing, no. Aren't you lilting? Because I'm not, because she's playing the organ. I don't think we're lilting under her hands. I think the organ is producing lilting tones. What the fuck does lilting even mean in this context? Dear writer, do you even no, it's not bad. I'm just fussy, but stuff like this bothers me. Like, I admit, I'm like, you know how Alex is like really like hates games that are super unoriginal and like even if they're like well executed, he does not like them very much. Mm-hmm. I'm the same way with bad writing. It really takes me out of it. Yeah, lilting. Yeah, I don't know. This whole sentence needs to be rewritten. I can't help feeling a little as though I've been sent like a child to bed. When I've been bathed and returned to my guest quarters, a parcel is waiting for me by the window. There is a tightly spiraled note perched on top, addressed to me from the Countess.
A gift for my dear guest, this emerald which seemed to call your name. Wear it in good health. And Elliot, you may call me Nadia.
Even in writing, I can feel the Countess, Nadia's gaze, ever penetrating, ever contemplating. I don't like that word there either. The fluid chain slips through my fingers as I hold the jewel, and in a gradual wave, I start to recognize its energy. Am I mistaken? No, I know the feeling too well. It is Astra's magic, radiating from the gem in gentle, soothing ripples. I remember my desperate search in the back room looking for connections to him and coming up short. To come across this brilliant jewel, alive with his energy, I'll be able to do it. I have my chance.
How many coins does this chance cost?
I lie and wait until the halls are quiet. Midnight, perhaps, before I steal out of my room. With the emerald hanging from my neck, I'm enveloped in a dreamy calm. The thought of hearing Astra's voice again, I dash through the empty halls and out onto the veranda. Humid wind pulls and swells against me, moving languidly through the garden, carrying the babble of night birds. For the first time, the sight of the maze ahead excites me. I know the way now. When I reach the fountain under the weeping willow tree, someone familiar is hanging from its branches. Faust!
I forgot about the snake.
Did she know I was coming? Or could this be where she keeps slithering off to? I totally forgot about the snake. Her weight drops eagerly onto my shoulders, sleek body giving me a friendly squeeze. She takes immediate interest in the emerald, tongue flickering it after it as I lift the pendant from my neck. I close my eyes, take a deep, even breath, and holding the jewel over the water, and drop it. Light catches every glimmering green facet, thank you, as it sinks to the bottom of the pool. At the one time that I'm like, no, use the more specific word. Gems are faceted. Faust rolls herself along my shoulders as the water starts to change, colors blooming, shapes unfolding. You're back! Tall palms sway rhythmically behind him against a glittering sea of stars. His hair catches starlight in every whirl. I saw the water changing this time. Faust, you're looking lively. Being around Elliot does that to you, doesn't it? His bright, smiling eyes twinkle as he lays his chin on his palm, gazing at me.
There's a reviewer saying it cost him $12.50 for every single choice in Chapter 6. Ouch.
Where are you? God, are we still in the prologue?
No, we're in Chapter 5.
Oh, we're in Chapter 5?
Or 4 or something. We're in...
Oh, yeah. Because it has like the...
We're past prologue.
Okay. He looks across his shoulder at the sparkling, swirling galaxies overhead. His smile is relaxed. A place inside of me. Who would have thought you'd be able to reach me here? Your magic is inescapable. I think you'll be able to follow me all the way.
There's 22 chapters.
We've been playing this game for a long time, Heather. I mean, it's good. I'm liking it. Even though I'm complaining, I'm interested. All the way to where? You'll know when we get there. Faust bobs from side to side in anticipation. You two have definitely gotten closer. She's opening up to you. It may be time for me to do the same. I nearly choke. My face must be a sight because it makes him laugh, high and unrestrained. No, really, it's true. I want to start being more honest with you. What's on your mind? Ask me whatever you like. All that I ask is that you start being more honest with me, too. His gentle gaze washes over me, bringing me calm, but I have a few burning questions.
I want to know about Julian.
Me too.
Given that we think it's his secret ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Tell me about Julian. I've seen the depth of emotion that crosses the doctor's face when he speaks of Astra. Julian? Ah, yes, he goes by that name too. I knew him by another. He was a friend once. Then more. Then something else. Something that I had to get away from. Who is Julian to me? Who is he to anyone? Whoever he needs to be to get what he wants. To think he would come for me after all that. Let's leave it at this. He's a hack physician with a lot to learn. Until he does, nothing good will come of him. With a deep sigh and a shake of his head, Astra clears the heavy mood and he smiles. So that's what you wanted to know? That wasn't so bad. Or is there perhaps something else on your mind? His twinkling eyes search mine with wordless depth. So we can romance our boss. Wow, apparently it's over $200 for one route. Holy shit.
Wow. I mean, that explains the spinning the wheel and everything.
Yeah.
Because it would take you ages to get through this game for free then.
I hate this monetization model.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I don't care that much. It's getting late. It's getting late. Is it? Time is strange here. Go rest, Elliot. I'll see you again soon. I know you'll find me. I see Astra reaching towards me, towards the water. His touch scatters the image and he's gone. Faust looks disappointed, curled on the edge of the pool as I rise to my feet. Come, Faust. I know we'll see him again soon.
Every time I see the snake, all I can think is, this is someone's drawing of Nessie.
It's so cute. This is the world's cutest snake. She gives me a short sigh and a longing look at the pool. Reluctantly, she slides up my arm to rest against me. Her presence soothes the strange ache in my chest. With a shake of my head, I gather the serpent into my arms and head back inside. Oh! The next part of the story is about to unfold, but you won't have to make the journey alone. Are you ready to begin? Heather, I'm ready.
Oh, route selection. Interesting. Wait, there's only 3?
Oh, tap on the character you wish to romance. You can switch between the characters at any time. I think we definitely need to straw poll this. So there's our boss, there's the countess, and then there's the physician. What the fuck do you use the keys for?
Which route?
I guess we could give them their actual names. So boss is Asra.
The
Countess Nadia. And that's Julian / Ilya.
creating the poll.
Portia, let's not romance any of these bozos. If Portia was here, I would be very strongly leaning towards that
Portia
one.
was here, I'd kind of go with her. I quite like her.
I feel like, yeah, I like her. She's got personality and spunk.
Or, you know, if Goat Ghost was here, I'd just be
definitely.
like, let's just take the Ghost route, like, because it's weird.
Oh, I see those votes coming in. Oh, so far, basically, nobody wants us to romance our boss.
I mean, that's fair.
Julian and so far it's like really swinging back and forth between Nadia and Julian. So we'll give people a little bit of time to vote now on your phones.
Or your computer, I guess.
All right, it looks like Julian's up 3 votes. So if you have any strong opinions either way. Why so many people want to romance Nadia? She's the worst. She's straight up gonna kill us, says Phoenix Millier. Julian is creepy. I just wanna.
I mean, have you seen... Okay, even if we included the other characters as dating options, we have...
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be boy kissing. No straight romances, please.
We have the guy who we're pretty sure is like the hanged man.
Yeah.
I would not want to date because all he's done so far has been like, and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's like
Our boss who's definitely jerking us around.
Our boss who, I don't know if our boss is ready for a serious relationship, to be honest. I don't trust the Countess quite a bit.
No!
Because she's...
Zero trust.
She's, like, she does seem lonely. I'll give him that. But, I don't know. Julian also seems a bit creepy in many ways. But more in, like, the Playboy style creepy, like...
Oh, yeah, none of these choices...
He'll use and discard.
I mean, I think the good choice is definitely boss.
Boss feels like the safe choice.
Oh yeah, boss is certainly the safe choice. All right, we've got 55 votes. I'm gonna give you guys 1 more minute to get your votes in. Heather can post that one more time.
I will post the thing one more time.
Julian does seem like a complete ass.
Yes.
But these are the choices we'd make in real life. We're playing a dating game. I like the boss, but the way Julian responded to the search was a thing. I want to see more of that, says Faley. I mean, kind of, I do too. The wiki that was linked says there's only 3 romance options. Julian is a thirsty dude, though. Well, good news, because I'm a thirsty lady. Let's see. All right. There's only 3. I mean, it's fine. Our boss also wants us. I want to see more of that Julian. Yeah, me too. Me too, Matt. All right, so it looks like the votes are in. We had a couple more votes after we said we get like 1 more minute.
Yeah, I'm saying it looks like Julian.
Julian has won, but you know what? Like, you know, because the great thing about dating games is we can always come back to this game later and play another route, right?
Yeah. And in the meantime, if we plan to come back to it, we can do so many free spins and try to up that coin.
Yeah. And in Caristona, we can also change.
Yeah, it's true. We're not locked in.
Okay.
Oh, huh.
Okay.
It's not all... The fact that it says his story will continue soon at the bottom suggests that there's updates and stuff to come in the future.
How weird. Favorite food, lobster claws. Favorite drink, black coffee. Favorite flower, wolfsbane. We've unlocked no memories. This is just like Animal Crossing. Okay, so we can pay...
So what furniture do we have to get? And what friend do we have to get together in our camp to make Julian remember things?
Can you be in an open relationship? Oh, they release new chapters about once a month. Your boss literally warned you he was manipulative. Yeah, but we're not actually dating him in real life. Like, obviously, if this was, like, my IRL, like, dating life...
I mean, if this was my IRL dating life, I wouldn't date any of these people.
Yeah, correct. I'd be
like... There's the reality of the world where I'm like, heck no.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I'm reading a book, so yes.
Yeah.
Give me the deets.
Yeah.
Give me the deets.
Give me the deets. Let's see how this plays out. Let's do something I wouldn't normally do.
Because, I mean, it's a story. We can nope out whenever we want.
Are there more romance options planned in addition to the 3 characters introduced in the prologue? We cannot gather to be able to add these roots in the future. We want nothing more for this game to be successful. This we can add all the content we have planned out. Interesting. So, all right. Well, okay. So hold on. Is it 1 key per one of these? And then you can just buy the book? Holy shit! Okay. So 500 coins, which is like $5 essentially, a little bit more. Because oh no, that's $14. $14 because it's 500 coins. So that's what I put in. Permanently unlocks all chapters and page choices in this book.
Which, I mean, to be honest.
So that's another $14. That's another $14. That's another $14.
It's per chapter. Huh.
Interesting.
I mean, it makes sense in a way, because if they're constantly updating and adding chapters, I can understand the monetization model.
Oh, that's why.
Do not
There's
particularly like the monetization
25,500 coins per story. That's so expensive. Wow, I'm so angry. Like.
Well, I mean, that's on top of all the stuff we did earlier, right? Which I know we didn't have to do. And I know there's, like, free spins and stuff, but it's just kind of...
Like, could they not just give me the option of, hi, I would like to see this game. Can I just give you $45 now? Which is, like, you know... Yeah, that's $14 chapter, 4 chapters a route, 3 routes, $168. We have no idea how many page choices there will be in each chapter. So is it too late to download Dream? This game was kickstarted, by the way. Monster Prom. Is Monster Prom out? I thought it was not out.
I thought people were saying it was out today. That's a Steam, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can... Yeah, I guess it's out today.
Yeah.
April 27th, 2018?
Yeah, it just came out. They have a special promotion on right now where it's 10% off.
And it's $12.
Well, I mean, now that you know that it's out, that can go into your bucket of games to play.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my next few games sort of locked in.
I mean, I'm still just... I haven't looked at Monster Prom super a lot. It looks fun, but I'm still waiting on Boyfriend Dungeon.
You can still play through the chapters without unlocking all the stuff. You just don't get the hardcore makeout sections.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm so angry at how fucking expensive this game is. Alright, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm actually digging this story here, but I'm super pissed off. Because this is like, I feel like this is really predatory. My next game is on the list is actually, I scheduled this for 2 weeks. And I was going to do like a weird game roulette with Corey for like one session, just to, sort of break between games and stuff, because there's some really cool games that aren't like 3-hour things. So, like, I'm really annoyed. Really annoyed. Very annoyed. But I'm willing to keep going on this because, like, now I feel like I've got the sunk cost fallacy because we've stopped, like, spoilers, because of we've put $21 into this game already. Right?
Yeah.
So let's do a thing. Let's do another straw poll. Do we keep going with this just to see where things are going, and then maybe, like, we'll check back in every so often or something like that? Like, if I can get a bunch of free spins and, like, get some fucking money or something like that, right? I'm saying if we voted for Julian, we're never doing the other routes. I'll just look it up on the wiki if I need to know. Yeah.
So you're suggesting that if people still want to see the game,
we'll keep going.
That we're not going to play it next week so much as we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But if people don't, so do you want to just do the normal poll?
Yeah.
For that, but we're saying it's not going to be next week.
Yeah, we'll finish playing now. But if people are like not that invested in it, like, then I'm just gonna be like, fuck you! I can't believe I put $21 into this game. I'm so angry. Like, and I don't want to shit on an indie dev, but this is ridiculous. This is really bad, right? Like, there's so much good stuff about this game, but I'm just not okay. Right? It's a sunk cost fallacy for a reason. You shouldn't keep going just because you spent money. Yeah, but I'm also doing this for entertainment. This is my job. Personally, I would not just keep going, but, like, this is for you guys too, right? So, do you want to, like, let's keep going, avoid anything paid, right? So, yeah, don't shit on the indie dev, shit on their marketing department. Yeah, but if it's an indie dev, like, I feel like these monetization decisions were made hand in hand with development. Like, they planned to make the game this way, and I don't think this is I don't think this is doing them any favors. Or maybe they're making a lot of money, and I'm just some sort of salty old lady.
They might be making quite a bit of money off of it. Generally.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm just, like, not gonna go through and read the wiki on stream because I'm not gonna, like, spoil the game, but I'm really annoyed. So I don't know, do we want to get, like, another straw poll? Like, keep going for the end of the stream. We'll come back to it every once in a while when we've got some coins and we can go through. Keep going, just no more money? We can't keep going without more money.
No, you can. You just click on the thing and you just go, can't you?
No, because you gotta spend a key. And then you buy keys. A flock of birds take flight outside the window, startling me from a foggy dream. It takes me a moment to realize I'm slumped over a desk in the library, books and papers scattered around me. That's right, this morning Portia told me I have the day to myself on account of the Countess's headaches. With no other tasks needing urgent attention, I decided to try my luck once more in the library. I sit up with a groan, peeling a piece of parchment off my cheek and survey the mess. You don't have to buy the keys? Interesting. Do you just earn them? So we can keep going without putting money in. Interesting. Nothing. No extra traces of Julian. No information tell me where he's gone or what happened. You get 3 free keys a day, enough for a chapter. Oh, so we can keep going without paying money.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little less angry.
Yeah, it's the way the options are laid out, it looks like you need to put in the coins, but you don't necessarily have to.
Oh, is it just trying to trick me into giving them?
I think it's just badly laid out without the thought of that. Personally, I don't think that part is purposely trying to do it.
Okay, I'm a little less angry now that Julia Mon has told me we get free keys. She's played this game. Is that Portia's voice coming through the open window of the garden? It seems to carry across the treetops. Sounds like she's having an argument, though I can't quite hear the other party involved. I stand slowly, stretching sleep from my limbs, and leave the library, making my way to the gardens. You spend the coins to unlock all the block choices in the chapters, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, there is a way to get more coins with the spinning of the wheel. Like, this is a monetization model that exists in a lot of mobile games. I don't care for it, but it does get used.
This is not like Horse Boyfriend. Horse Boyfriend had a much better monetization model.
Horse Boyfriend had...
you could turn off ads.
You could turn off the ads
and you could buy an item, and you could buy an item to speed up your progress, but you could still progress completely for free. You didn't ever have to put money into it, and you could buy carrots to speed up your progress even further.
Yeah, and I would argue that you could probably do that with this. It would just take you a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, please, you're really trying my patience here.
How dare you? Don't you know who I am? I hear the second voice as I get closer to the commotion, a shrill shriek that pierces even the heavy foliage still blocking my view.
Yes, I know. I swear to everything about that. If you don't move, I'll have roast cockatoo for dinner.
Gnarled branches are the only thing that obscure my sight right now. I pass a final tree and emerge into a small clearing. Settled squat in the middle of the copse is a squished-looking cottage surrounded by an overflowing garden.
That's it. Peppy, honey, get 'em!
A seal point cat with a pudgy face and round eyes hops onto Portia's shoulder, batting at a pure white cockatoo. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a cockatoo I was supposed to be voicing. The bird is pacing on the roof of a small work shed, shrieking and nipping at Portia as she tries to enter. A particularly well-aimed swipe from the cat dislodges the cockatoo, sending it flying. It clips Portia's head with its wing in its escape, muttering in anger at its undignified treatment. They'll never forget me! They'll never survive without me! Sorry.
Ooh, that awful bird. He makes me so mad. Peppy! Elliot, fancy seeing you here.
Portia's cheeks color in embarrassment. She smooths her apron and quickly recovers, smiling at me.
I'm surprised you managed to find this place. It's a little off the beaten path.
Oh, wow. Sorry, so we're gonna keep playing this game for free because people in chat, I'm sorry I was almost like rage quitting the game, but I was like, I'm not putting like $168 into this game, but we can play it for free. We just don't get to see all the choices. That's fine. Okay. But to shit on this monetization one more time. People who kickstarted it got no benefits in the game. They had to complain before the devs suggested giving backers enough coins for free to unlock all the routes.
Wow, that's really weird.
That's
usually when I've seen mobile games, like, because I've seen Kickstarter games like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, the people who help kickstart it generally get enough stuff to play most of it, or they get a special extra or something because they helped make the thing happen. At the very least, you usually get to be able to play the game. Right? Like, that's generally why you back it. That's a bit...
Yeah, you paid for it already, right? So why are you you paid to help make the game? So why are you at the same level as somebody who's paid nothing?
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like in the Kickstarter post.
Oh
yeah, that's weird.
About 160 into this, Kathleen. I wouldn't. Like, I didn't put 100. Persona 5 didn't cost me $160, right? Where are we?
Oh, how rude of me.
She clears her throat and then spreads one arm out to show off the cottage.
Welcome to Casa de Portia, my own little oasis on the palace grounds. Just watch out for the grasp gourds. They're feisty today.
A curious vine grasps at Portia's ankle as she says that, but she swiftly kicks it off.
Why don't you have a seal? Oh, seat, sorry. It must have been a walk to get here, huh?
She gestures to a bench carved out of a large log that rests against the exterior of her cottage. I pick my way carefully through the overgrown garden to the seat, stepping over fantastic plants I don't recognize. Portia picks up a rake from nearby and looks at me with a wry smile.
You don't mind me working a little while we talk, do you? I've got a lot of work in the garden today.
Now that I'm settled, I realize I have a million questions I want to ask Portia.
I mean, we're on the Julian route.
Yeah, but... Is the Countess okay? Speaks to me. Is the Countess alright? Portia frowns and straightens up from her work to give me a long, searching look. Finally, she sighs and nods, albeit slowly.
I think she will be. To be honest, Elliot, things were getting a little hairy before you showed up. I'm glad Milady chose to visit your shop. I think you could be just what she needs.
Who's her brother? Huh? Whose brother are we talking about?
Her brother... Nadia doesn't have a brother. We only suspected that Julian was her brother.
Julian?
They didn't outright say it, did they?
Who's her brother? Julian.
Okay.
Okay. So, not the Countess.
They didn't outright say it though, right?
No.
We implied that.
Right. So Portia's brother is Julian.
Yes.
This is the first time they said this. How does our character know this?
I mean, he's implying it,
And
but
Also,
we didn't. Our character was also very much like, could they be related at the time? So
yeah.
This is-
But also, like, this is not a conclusion to jump to. And we were just talking about the Countess.
yes, yeah,
So
you're
now,
right.
so this is making me think, just at a quick glance, that we were talking about the Countess's brother.
yeah,
Come on, this is a
That's
story
a
selling
little-
thing. This is
that's
not.
a-
This is bad writing. This is
that's muddy.
very muddy.
Oh, okay, we do get both choices.
Oh, and maybe they assumed we'd ask about Julian first. Well then.
Oh, huh.
No.
Okay, yeah, I can see that actually. But
Julian
you need to,
had a
yeah, okay.
Julian had a letter addressed to his sister. So Julian's your brother. If I wasn't sure before, I am now. The naked shock and hurt on Portia's face tells me all I need to know.
Yes, I'm sorry about the scene outside your shop, you know. I was just surprised to see him there.
I think back to Julian exiting my shop, caught red-handed and entering again. I was too.
He's got a real flair for the dramatic. I'm glad to see that that hasn't changed.
You didn't know he was here?
Not until I saw him yesterday. What he thinks he's doing here. I'm sorry I didn't smack him a little harder for the trouble, honestly. He could be in huge trouble.
The mood doesn't stay heavy for long. Portia waves it away and squares her shoulders, giving me a determined smile.
I didn't know you two knew each other. That happened before or after Milady hired you?
My cheeks flush under the scrutiny. Whew! First met Julian the night the Countess visiting my shop. He arrived shortly after she left.
I do like that mechanic where
Yeah.
it's like, here's your choices, but like don't think about it too hard, so make it quick.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty neat.
I can still remember the glassy eyes of Julian's mask piercing my soul.
That sure sounds like my brother. Why didn't you tell Milady?
The look on Portia's face is not unkind. I feel as if I could tell her anything without consequence. I didn't want to condemn a man on incomplete information. If it's my word that knots the hangman's noose, how can I send a man to death before I've investigated his innocence?
I'm glad to hear you say that, Elliot. I don't really know what mess Ilia's got himself into, but if he has you in his corner, I get the feeling everything will work out all right in the end. Especially since we've chosen his route, and therefore the last thing you want to do is let the guy that you've chosen get hung.
Yeah. Portia,
Thank
you.
Of course, that's what I'm here for, you know. Pep talks and expert gardening skills. Oh my, it's getting pretty late, huh?
She peers overhead at the sun, already well past noon. Late light dapples the clearing, dancing on her face.
I'd better get back to work, Elliot, but I'm glad you came to talk to me. I knew we'd be friends eventually.
Well, the sun at my back, I turn from Portia's garden, head swirling with thoughts of Julian and his predicament. Strangely enough, I feel more at ease after speaking with Portia. The trials ahead of me seem less insurmountable. I decide to take another route back to the palace, wandering aimlessly through the ancient foliage. The further I get from Portia's cottage, the darker the sky above me grows. It's strange it should still be mid-afternoon. Dread growing in the pit of my stomach, I turn deeper into the darkness. My feet move as if possessed. The palace's soaring spires emerge from the top of the trees, and the rest of the gleaming building soon follows. Thick foliage opens up to rolling fields, cut across with a nearby brook that serpentines through the grass. At first my eyes pass over it before the color registers and fills my stomach with dread. red. There's no mistaking it. Crimson stains the slow-moving stream, seeping steadily into the banks. I scramble away from the banks and take a deep breath. With trepidation, I follow the flow upstream with my eyes. Seeping from the stonework of a forgotten corner of the palace. Poison. It'd be easy to miss. The brook is small, tucked away on the side of the palace. I imagine isn't patrolled often. I turn back to the garden and realize the source of the darkness. Rot and decay. The trees at the edge of the field here are dying. It seems as if all the color has left them. I swallow hard and resolve to follow the stream to its end. With heavy feet, I start the long journey beside its banks. Soon, vast open fields give way to rocky cliffside, and the stream transitions to a lemon stone structure. An aqueduct, one of the many flowing towards the city, designed to provide water for its many citizens. From this high, balanced on the first stone of the unconventional path before me, I can see all of Vesuvia, sprawling, chaotic, and vibrant. Swirls of smoke leave chimneys to dance in the air, twinning together like lovers. Overhead, a raven circles me, swooping lower as I walk along the bridge. He seems familiar somehow. The raven lands with a thud on my shoulder, tilting its head at me. Hello. The raven opens its mouth as if to scream, but simply nibbles on the hem of my shirt instead. Its beady eyes watch me warily. In fact, all its feathers are ruffled, as if it was on high alert. I open my mouth to say something, but a noise startles the bird into flight, leaving me alone once more. Eventually, the aqueduct lowers and joins together with another water line, both headed deeper into the city. I can see buildings around me now, the first signs of urban life as I reach the outskirts. There's doubt in my mind no longer. Crimson poison running from the palace grounds is in the city's water supply. Elliot? I whip my head to the right and see a figure slowly emerge into the dim light of the city lantern. Faced half cast in shadow, standing on the aqueduct with me is Julian. Alright. Julian! He stands at the edge of the aqueduct, a dark silhouette framed by the light of the moon. Behind him, the city towers like a behemoth, a chaotic sprawl of buildings stacked atop each other. In his hands is a mask with a long curved beak that he turns slowly, like he's contemplating what to do with it. Elliot, fancy seeing you here, Out for a night walk? He sighs, gaze dropping to the reservoir pool below us. The red of his coat reflects and refracts in the water, splashes of crimson dancing against each other. Me, I was just thinking. Funny, fickle thing, life, isn't it? Should you be standing so close to the water? What, this water? It's harmless, Elliot, or as harmless as it can be. It won't do anything to me. Or anything to anyone anymore. Sure, a few people might get sick if they go for a swim, but isn't it a miracle? They went and figured it out, or outlasted it. I wonder how they did it. It's no matter, I suppose. Life finds a way, doesn't it? The plague is over. Ah, and so is my career, just like that. Who needs a plague doctor if there's no plague? It's like a count with no city, or a barkeep with no drinks. He extends his arms out in a flourish. A piece of hair falls into his good eye, obscuring it. So here I am, throwing away the last piece of a past I can't reclaim. Pity, isn't it? Ah, well. He glances down to the mask once more and then lets it drop in the water below. Pale, slithering shapes move to swarm around it the moment it hits the surface. Julian. The raven from earlier cuts me off with a ragged screech, nearly flying into us in its frenzy. Guards afoot, Elliot. Look lively. We'd best make tracks. Oh my god, he's got a raven familiar. He's so goth, Heather.
No wonder everyone thinks he's killed people.
Mm-hmm.
Plague doctors.
Dark magics. We both leap into action at the same time, running further down the aqueduct to reach the street. Julian gets there first, turning back to me as I run. My foot slips on a wet stone, tumbling me backwards into the reservoir below. Darkness engulfs me as I am swallowed up by the deep reservoir. The impact knocks my breath away. I struggle against the cold water, kicking frantically to the surface. As I thrash, something moves against me, slippery and sleek as it latches onto my side. Elliot! His hand grips my wrist as he tugs me out of the water, the undulating creature still attached to me. A vampire eel! I can see my blood moving through its translucent innards as it feasts. On the count of 3, 1, 2, Julian grips the creature behind its head, forcing its mouth to release me. He tosses it back into the water. 3, up you go then, easy now. I've got you. I grasp for breath as I stumble away from the reservoir, sopping wet and slipping on cobblestones. Julian half drags me as I run. I numbly watch my own blood stain the puddles I leave behind. Can you stand? He pauses in the shadow of a building to peer down at me. I struggle to hold on to his arm, shaking and tremendously dizzy. Right, foolish question. He nods, hefting me up and dragging me the rest of the way. I'm mad at this game, but I'm living for this. This is giving me life! Panting, we collapse. Yes, we do collapse in a wet heap on a narrow, deserted alley. Into an alley. You go into an alley. You do not go on an alley. An alley is a space between two buildings that you enter. Let me see that bite. My head bobs ambiguously. Whatever words I try to form are stuck behind my teeth. I'll have to take that as a yes. Julian lays me down and carefully slides my torn garments up and away from my steadily oozing wound. I stare blankly at the stars above while his practiced hands work over my abdomen. Ugh, the bleeding won't stop. Damn. He draws back with a look of displeasure and starts peeling off his gloves. My heartbeat leaps at the sight of the murderer's brand, stark and irreversible on the back of his left hand. I can't suppress a shudder as he lays the other hand, ice cold, over my open wound. Hold still.
Why were you given an option?
I hold still, focusing on wrestling with unconsciousness. Deep breaths. This will only take a minute or two. His marked left hand slips under my head to cradle my skull. Realizing that I'm not in any pain, a wave of profound relaxation comes over me. Do we go for being smooth? Why are you helping me? We have to stop meeting like this?
I like the smooth option just because it sounds ridiculous in this situation.
Yeah, we have to stop meeting like this. Julian lets out a bark of laughter and presses a hand to my forehead, checking my temperature. You're still well enough to joke. You're well enough to sit. He helps me sit up with a hand on my back, steadying me. My head swims with the change in altitude. At least you didn't catch me breaking and entering this time. I admit I was surprised to see you in the neighborhood. You got some kind of luck. I follow his line of sight to the aqueduct's end, a chaotically cascading waterfall of red. It's much higher than I thought. Swallowing thickly, I turn back to the doctor. My eyes immediately drawn to a magic mark glowing under the skin of his throat. Its design looks familiar. He catches me staring. A shadow passes over his countenance. Ah, do you recognize your master's handiwork? Oh my god, I've definitely... Does that look like Spike Spiegel to you? With the coat?
A little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, the silhouette, sure. The face shape's not quite.
No, but...
The hair's almost there.
Magic tats. This is great. Bishi, 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 says Faley. It's the coat. It's the line of the coat and the cuffed up sleeves, which we haven't really seen before. Like, before he was wearing a waistcoat and, like, a white shirt. Bad boyfriend has magic tats, cape, and a dark past, and a raven, says Saint Alia of the Knife. I know, this is everything I have ever wanted in life. I would never date a person like this in real life.
Well, no, because that would be... Although, I mean, ditch everything else, but still have the crow familiar. I'd still date a person with a crow familiar. Right? That's not the creepy part. That's just cool.
Yeah. Alright. I watched in fascination as fresh blood blossoms under his clothing. This was his parting gift to me. A curse. I'm able to take away bodily wounds, as you can see, and in return, I get to experience them for myself. Ugh. He sways forward. I swallow at the sight of blood now running freely down his torso. It won't last. Yeah, see, like, he's wearing something totally different now? It won't last. It never does. A curse for a witch who fears commitment. Then again, I've never been bitten by a vampire eel. This might be interesting. Interesting how? He allows me to assist in peeling away his jacket. Well, fate seems to keep inventing new ways to test the limit of this body. Now that does sound interesting. Oh, it certainly can be. We hear them coming almost a moment too late. The Countess's guards doing the rounds of the outer walls. Julian curses, pulling me into an alley nearby. His body presses against mine as we crowd into the narrow alley, boxing me up against the wall. I can hear the Countess's guards run by and hope their eyes slide over us in the darkness. This close I can see the pain painted on Julian's face. His eyes are fixed behind me, but as if he senses my gaze, they move to mine. For a moment we both stare at each other. Elliot. Just as he's about to say something, we hear a thud from the entrance to the alley. Not the time, let's go. He grabs my hand and tugs me out of the alley, breaking into a run. The city passes us by in a blur as we evade capture, weaving around buildings with ease. We're moving so fast I almost don't see it. There, nestled between two tall buildings, a garden. A thick padlock set in a rusted iron gate blocks our way inside. It would make the perfect hiding spot. Julian picks up speed, and my hand threatens to slip from his. If I'm going to act, it has to be now. Do you want to enter a forbidden garden?
Yes, I do.
I don't know if he's listening right now, so I pull hard on his hand and tug us towards the garden. He quickly catches on to my intention and helps me climb over the top of the gate. I land rather unceremoniously, and Julian drops down next to me with light feet. Just in time, I hear the guards run past as we slip into the cover of vines. Julian helps me to my feet and dusts off my clothes as we catch our breath. The still silence of the garden swallows up any sounds from the street. I feel transported to another realm. It looks like it has been abandoned for years, the plants left to fend for themselves. Ivy covers what once must have been beautiful, obscuring wise marble faces and savage stone beasts. We step around roots that have overtaken the cracked stone floor, settling by a dilapidated fountain. Look at this place. That was some quick thinking on your part, Elliot. Looks like you have a knack for discovering hidden beauty. He turns towards me and spreads his arms out in an expansive gesture, hands slipping from mine. I wonder how many parts of the city have fallen to neglect like this. He makes his way carefully over to one of the grotesque statues, stepping over the wild vines that block his path. Ah, look at this brute. Hello there, handsome. He wraps an arm around the bull statue's muscular shoulders, turning back to me with delight in his eyes. Dangerous-looking creature, isn't it? Is that bite still bleeding? I follow after him, trying to see if the bloodstain is still spreading on his jacket.
JC Maxwell.
Yes,
is a new subscriber.
JC Maxwell is subscribed. Thank you. Are you worried about me, Elliot? You needn't be. Perfectly all right, see? He spreads his arms out wide, nearly knocking over the statue, and swears as he quickly steadies it. Whap. Shit! Oh, I'm so thirsty for this man. Because I'm a fool. No, I have my types. My video game types. Reflexes notwithstanding. Really, it's fine. Just a little bite, nothing I can't handle. There are more dangerous things out there than eels. Hold still, Elliot.
Ooh, there we go.
He's giving us a flower.
Nice.
Oh! He reaches slowly forward and plucks a flower off my shoulder. Must have fallen on me from the luminous trees above. It glows a bright, vivid blue in the dark, star-shaped petals curling to close as he touches it. He offers the flower to me, a quirk to his lips as he twirls it in his fingers. Kathleen is living life right now. I am living for this route. I'm so angry at this game because of its monetization and being very unclear. But I'm happy that we can still play it, maybe in installments. I reach out to take it, but Julian stops me, shaking his head and pulling it back just slightly. Careful, Elliot. There's poison in these petals. I stare down at the fragile, unfamiliar flower in his hand. What is it? Deadly star strand. A single drop of poison distilled from this flower could kill a babe in its crib. It's killed tyrants and kings, innocent and guilty. It could topple entire empires with a careless hand. He offers it to me once more, gazing eagerly into my eyes. Do you still want it? I hesitate, fingers hovering over the flower, then shake my head. Are you okay, Julian? You're acting weird. What? Why would anything be wrong? I'm perfectly fine, Elliot. No. I'm better than fine. I'm fantastic. Don't be alarmed. This is just my vibe. Music jokes. He leans forward, looking into my eyes, and takes both my hands in his. After all, here I am in a beautiful garden with you. Who wouldn't be delighted by such wonderful company? Julian rubs a thumb over my knuckles, a smile dancing across his lips. I just thank you, but it doesn't feel like enough. You got hurt because of me. Trust me, Elliot, better hurt in your stead. Besides, you're much more fragile than I. I laugh at the unexpected jab, the sound echoing against the garden walls and up into the night. He presses closer, hands sliding up my forearm, and leans his head in towards me. I'm glad we paid to go down to the secret garden route.
Anything that's like two boys running away from guards and it's like, want to take a trip to a secret garden?
It's like, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Careful, Elliot. The guards will hear you. I bet Julian was in a band once. His lips barely brush against mine. Kiss! As he whispers the warning, breath mingling with the heat in my cheeks.
We got there.
We got there.
We got there.
There's so much to like about this game and yet so much to be angry about. I'm deeply torn. A cascade of warmth spreads through my whole body. All I can think about is the space still left between us. Julian lifts a hand to cut my cheek, thumb running over my jaw in a rough sweep. I can feel his lips part to speak, the first rumble of a word escaping into the air. The problem with all these dating games is that people find you irresistible and just want to be with you, and I feel like the romances are unearned. It's like, why is the Countess all over you? Why does this guy want to kiss you? Like, your boss and you have built up a rapport over the years, so maybe a romance has blossomed there.
Yeah, but they're like wish fulfillment games generally, so I don't really think that deeply about that.
Yeah. Julian, We're interrupted by the sound of loud footsteps quickly passing. A scowl passes over Julian's face. Right on time. Let's leave before our guests arrive, With the garden's sanctity compromised, Julian takes my hand roughly and tugs me out to the street once more. He leads me deeper into the more questionable areas of the city, taking wide turns to evade our pursuers. He seems to know this area like the back of his hand, or at least all the relevant escape routes. As we approach a dilapidated residence at the outskirts of the district, a few chickens peter around. We approach a dilapidated residence at the outskirts of the district. A few chickens peter around its yard. In we go, Elliot. Without waiting for me to respond, he clambers through an open window round back, pulling me after him. It's 11:57, so we have to call the stream here.
Yep.
So, we're only scheduled to do this for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, you're doing something else next week.
Yeah, I am.
But we could still run the poll, see if people want us to continue.
I mean, what I could do is we could do a couple chapters a week, and we could play through it as like much more slowly, right?
Yep.
All right. So this is a different thing because there's no way to sort of play through this game all in one swack without spending hundreds of dollars, right? Mm-hmm. Which I'm not interested in doing. But we can turn this into a horse boyfriend situation where every week we have to spend a few minutes checking in with murder boyfriend.
Mm.
So what do you say like the plot is that like switching routes doesn't have any bearing, they're all parallel stories?
Probably. I mean, so here's the thing. The from what I've understood, there's currently 6 chapters, and there's the plan is to make like 22 chapters, and they're drip feeding them out. A lot of this game feels like a lot of things don't matter what your choices are.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the story to play out. I'm willing to yeah, you have to do your homework to spin in order to get your coins. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll remember to do what I can. I have a lot of other things to do in my life.
I would suggest we actually, if chat wants us to continue, that we actually do homework and then, like, every few weeks come back and try and do as much as we can.
Right.
Has kind of a breather in between.
Yeah.
I know chances are good we might forget some things, but I mean, I forgot things from last week already. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. So let's do our poll, because like if people are like, fuck this game, I don't care.
You just gotta go to the poll option, don't you?
But then we have to put the poll in chat.
You're right. That was from last week. So.
Yeah. Hold on. Now kiss.
Right. It's just that.
Or is it? Yes.
Nope, that's correct. Cool.
Okay. All right.
There.
So, if you want to see this game continue, it's going to be in sort of a piecemeal fashion, in some way, right? You are not seeing another full stream playthrough of this game because there's see look how dark we are on this camera. 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me just fix this. So basically, what you're saying is, if you want us to continue with this game, that's better. If you want us to continue with this game, you're going to get occasional updates with Goth Murder Doctor Boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And Heather, unfortunately, probably won't always be around to do them, but maybe she will. Yes, but so we're going to continue the game sort of intermittently as we get coins.
Yeah.
So...
next week there will definitely be a different game.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to put more money into it, because, like, if there's something good... like, but I'm not putting, like, $7 a chapter into it.
No.
Right? That's insane.
I mean, if it had not said Secret Garden, if it had something, like it said, did you want, like, to have your fancy clothes? And we were like, nah.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to pay for fancy clothes.
Yeah.
But I paid to go into Secret Garden? Yes. Because Secret Garden was fun. I think it's funny because you chose, like, every option I wouldn't have chosen in the garden. I would have taken the flower and just seen where that went, because it's clearly more romance.
Yeah, people seem to be keen on the game, but not on its greed. But the way we're playing through it now, we don't have to give into its greed. We've already given it plenty of money, so I feel like I've supported the devs, right? Where's the straw poll? It is... oh, Phoenix Mellier has just linked the straw poll again in chat. It's evening out. I haven't seen the straw poll update in a while. Hold on. Nope.
Let's just see if they... here.
Oh! Wow. No?
No, it's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, okay. Twitch borks the link from Lurbot. Twitch is twitchy.
Huh. That's annoying.
Huh, the panelist was posted on r/panel shows. Oh no. I'll go read those comments later and stress out. Well, it looks like at the end of the poll, people are not keen on finding out what happens with our murder doctor boyfriend, even though I'm gonna play through on a low money. Oh wait, swipe right is gaining more votes. It's gotten like 2 more votes. Oh, they liked it. This is also your show, Kathleen. If you get the urge to check in with the game for 10 minutes sometime, I doubt chat will riot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I want to keep the sanctity of the poll. Although...
I mean, we always play it in our own time. We just play it without chat.
Yeah. Then I don't have to read out the voices. I can just, like, fucking blast through till I get to the kissy parts. Then I can take my time. I'm keen on seeing more of Murder Boyfriend, at least. Well, I said to chat, what we're seeing now, and I guess you can get your votes in or change your votes or something like that, is not another full playthrough of Murder Boyfriend. What we're gonna get is intermittent updates with Murder Boyfriend when I have a bunch of coins or my keys refresh or something like that. But, like, not even every week. So.
But next week, the plan is you and Corey?
Yes, the plan is me and Corey next week for random game roulette. We have some fun small indie games, but it looks like chat is not keen on Murder Boyfriend.
That's fair. It happens.
I mean, like, I think obviously don't go tell the devs they suck, because I think you did ignore the polls for Jason. Jason?
I don't know what they're talking about. Who's Jason? Yeah, this is a style of monetization model that exists within mobile games. You can
Jacob!
even-
Okay! Jacob, that makes sense. I was like,
Okay.
who the fuck is Jason? I'm looking through my contacts, like, who the fuck? Yes, Jacob, we did ignore the poll for Jacob because he was only there for one more week before he had to go to, like, GDC and then, like, a wedding. And I didn't want to start a new game. And we were having a lot of fun yelling at a bad game. The creepy animal name. The creepy animal game, yeah. Alright, but it looks like chat's not interested. So, at this, we bid adieu to the Arcana. And, like, I think there's a lot to like about this game, but I'm just so pissed off about how it monetizes. It's so greedy.
Yeah, I've had games that I've noped out for that reason.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I think everybody's
Like,
got their own personal
This
limits.
close on Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Especially with that new fortune cookie.
Yeah, I'm super
When
fucking pissed off.
It was one thing with the fortune cookies, but when they brought in the Switch fortune cookies, and it was just like, these are only around for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
so
don't,
close to
I don't
noping
give a
out.
shit about the Switch fortune cookies. I think that's how most of chat
So the
feels.
video game ones.
I don't know. I'm not saying go harass the devs or anything like that.
No,
but
we're never saying that.
But, like, I feel like this is a really good way to just make your game look bad to a lot of people, even though there's so many good things going on with this game. Like, I'm complaining about the writing, but the plot is interesting, the characters are interesting, the art is fucking gorgeous, the music is good.
because I could show you a whole bunch of mobile games that are dating related that are not as fun as this.
There's so much to
And
like here.
they're way more. They're really cluttered because of the really deep push for daily logins and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Anyhow, I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for joining us for the Arcana. I've been Kathleen. This has been Heather. Coming up in just under an hour, we have a live crap shoot where we're gonna film a couple things.
yep, it's a
And then-
filming one today.
And then we have the premiere of the Road Quest trailer. So stick around for that. We're going to be showing you half an hour of cool stuff and then have a little Q&A thing. So see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.